Hello everyone, we are Group 6. We are going to talk about the crisis communication plan for negligent pet caring scandal at Cutie Pet. The presentation will include introduction, Phase 1 initial crisis response, Phase 2 investigation result response, and Phase 3 corrective actions taken. So first, let me give you a brief introduction. Cutie Pet is the famous pet service platform providing professional and high-standard pet-related service in mainland China, having 36 branches. The company's vision is to provide excellent pet service, keeping them happy and healthy. However, a crisis was developing. During this Spring Festival, Mrs. Zhang ordered 7 days of home pet caring service. On January 25th, the caregiver went to Mrs. Zhang's home as usual, and when he came back to the house around 6:20 p.m., he noticed that Lucky had fainted on the ground. Then he called the pet doctor. However, both of them did not inform Mr. Zhang, and she noticed when she checked the recording the next day, and Miss Zhang suspected that the feeder was careless to give medicine, which led to Lucky's death. So the company did not notify the news to her. Mrs. Zhang asked Cutie Pet to explain and compensate for the death of Lucky, but the suggestion was rejected by the platform with the reason that they did not cause the incident. She then posted the incident on Weibo, Red, TikTok, and even a well-known pet blogger, stirring up heated discussion of the incident and occupying the Weibo real-time hot topic. So now, Cutie Pet was entangled in a preventable crisis caused by organizational mistakes, which is highly likely to disrupt Cutie Pet's business operations. Our company looks forward to appeasing complaints from the negative opinions in objective investigation and securing the balance theory, and therefore to restore public confidence and trust. The key public related to the crisis can be divided into internal, including employees, and external, our customers, shareholders, suppliers, and media. Also, we identify CEO, legal, PR, finance, HR, IT, and marketing department as our crisis communication team members, since those departments can handle the contract controversy, prepare the compensation, lead the communication plan, and are directly related to the crisis. We select CEO and regional manager as spokesperson for the event. The CEO will represent our company's attitude and position and use our resources to respond swiftly. Our regional manager will liaise with parties involved, clarify the fact, and assume responsibility for relevant duties. This decision shows our sincerity and sense of responsibility. So let's move to the information of the whole plan. Phase 1, our crisis communication plan is divided into 3 phases. Firstly, we launched Phase 1 on January 27 as an initial crisis response. Before the first response, we have prepared the following useful information to help our PR colleagues and spokesmen deal with what the media and public might want to know. We will provide detailed information about the in-house pet feeding service that Ms. Zhang subscribed to, and enter information like job title, working experience in the pet industry, and service records of the Cutie Pet staff involved in the case. Moreover, we also have a brief description about the company's internal staff training process, Cutie Pet's previous similar crisis incident, and handling results, and our crisis communication procedures and regulations. In Phase 1, the actions we have taken include setting up a crisis communication team, suspending the employees involved, having our top executives visit Ms. Zhang, and calling the police about the incident. And then we are going to release a statement on the official social media, investigate the truth of the incident, and take steps to restore our reputation. The crisis strategies in Phase 1 are mainly manifest in the statement issued. In order to make a good first impression on stakeholders to enhance their acceptance of crisis communication efforts, our crisis communication team needs to respond to the crisis as soon as possible after it erupts and become a reliable source of information about the event. since this response was made only a short time after the crisis erupts and the true cause of the incident has not been identified. In order to avoid risking accepting the complete responsibility of the crisis, we should make a partial apology and only express regret for the crisis and sympathy for the victims. The first half of the statement mainly includes adjusting information, such as expressing regret and grief over Lucky's death, and explaining the fact that our top executives expressed their condolence to Ms. Zhang. The second half of the statement mainly includes instructive information, which explain the measure that Cutie Pet has already taken to deal with the crisis and show that we take the incident seriously and responsibly.
Okay, then we come to the phase 2, investigation results response. In the second phase, in addition to the pre-gathered information in phase 1, we will also supplement the information we learned about Lucky's medical history. Of course, the content of this part can only be published after Cutie Pet's mutual communication with Ms. Zhang and her authorization. Moreover, we have prepared some understandable information about MIVD, including the incidence rate, other diseases induced by MIVD, causes of the disease, and some possible consequences of later development of the disease. This is the same disease Lucky has. We hope that during the media question part, we can give the media on the spot the scientific knowledge propagation about this disease and help the public and the media to understand the disease. In the second public response, our primary strategy is to reduce responsibility and rebuild our reputation. At this stage, minimizing the responsibility for the crisis is our top priority. Considering that we take charge of a secondary responsibility in this incident and failed to inform the pet owners promptly about the occurrence of the incident, we will take the initiative to assume corresponding responsibilities. During the response, we use an excuse and justification strategy to increase public goodwill, minimize related responsibilities, and reduce the severity of the incident as much as possible. We recognize that our reputation and public trust are crucial to our business, so we plan to hold a press conference to reveal the investigation results and explain our company's stance and philosophy. We will apologize to pet owners and the general public and provide humanitarian compensation. We will also manage the involved parties and demonstrate our commitment to resolving the situation properly. Then we come to the statement example in phase 2. Firstly, Cutie Pet CEO would like to issue a sincere apology for the recent accident that occurred and deeply regret the loss of Lucky. Next, the CEO will provide details from the investigation report, which found that Lucky had a history of heart disease. The investigation included revealing pet surveillance videos, service record videos, and autopsy reports, which led to the conclusion that the feeding staff have followed medication requirements. Additionally, the CEO will be honest with the public that during the internal investigation, it was discovered that a misunderstanding occurred between the feeder and the regional manager, resulting in the accident. As a result, Cutie Pet will suspend the feeder and the regional manager involved in the accident. The company acknowledges that there were deficiencies in internal communication and issue handling procedures. Furthermore, the CEO will present a compensation and ratification program which includes arranging for Lucky's funeral and providing 2,000 yuan as compensation for cremation and burial costs. The company also plans to strengthen training for managers and feeders and improve its internal management. Lastly, the CEO would like to apologize again to the public and express deep condolence to Lucky. The company is committed to improving its service quality and providing the best care and service for every pet.
Now let's move on to the third phase, corrective actions taken. These actions can be classified into internal and external categories. Internal actions. To implement improvement actions effectively, Cutie Pet is strengthening communication and coordination among all internal departments while enhancing training for existing company staff. The company is also establishing a dedicated social media monitoring team to track brand mentions and respond promptly with accurate information and solutions. Externally, Cutie Pet is engaging with the public by establishing a feedback collection area on the platform, answering questions honestly, and providing helpful advice. Our company also partners with animal shelters or rescue groups to support pet-related cases and builds pet communities on social media platforms to access advice and resources from industry experts. By leveraging positive customer reviews and testimonials, Cutie Pet has improved our reputation and showcased our reliability and quality of service. Our company is also shooting vlogs about training diary for training pet caregiver, a busy day of a pet caregiver, and so on. Cutie Pet can also call on KOCs to share and promote the vlogs, which helps to generate widespread discussion and engagement on social media and attract potential customers. To restore the image of Cutie Pet and give stakeholders confidence, our company plans to post a CEO video that informs the public about our future plans. And here are the statements the CEO will make in the video. First, the CEO will emphasize our commitment to providing the highest level of care for pets and treating them with love, care, and respect as beloved family members. Cutie Pet takes the responsibility as pet caregivers seriously and constantly strives to improve the processes and procedures. Second, the CEO will promise to improve internal management and training mechanisms. Staff will receive short-term intensive training after the crisis, as well as ongoing regular training and support. Cutie Pet is committed to being transparent about the processes and procedures and providing exceptional customer service. Third, the CEO will try to remind the public of Cutie Pet's positive qualities. Last year, Cutie Pet has been going to the animal shelter every month to offer grooming and spa services for stray pets, including baths, haircuts, nail trimming, and other grooming services. Fourth, Cutie Pet will partner with charitable pet organizations and participates in pet-related events to demonstrate our commitment to the pet community. In summary, Cutie Pet is a pet-loving and reliable pet service platform devoted to providing the best possible care for all pets that we serve. The above is the crisis that Cutie Pet has faced, as well as the measures we will take to respond to the crisis and rebuild our brand image. If you have any further questions or feedback, please let us know. That's all for our presentation today. Thank you.